I met a young guy in Trinidad named Jazz, and he offered to give me a personal tour of the island. So he took me to what used to be a U.S. military base during World War II, and this security person wanted to know why we came there. We also saw a lot of yachts and sailboats, and a hotel called the Cruise Inn. Well, kayaking here in Chaguaramas, Trinidad. This nice little bay, very still. You can see some little islands out there, cruise boats and some sailboats in the docks over there. Got people rowing over there, dragon racing, pretty far out. Kayaking was a lot of fun. The water was very calm. You could hear drums in the background and people yelling from the dragon boats. And it got a little bit windy here, but off in the distance I could see Port of Spain. When I zoomed in on the lens, there were the tall buildings way off in the distance. And there were lots of things around the bay. There were people swimming. There was an outdoor museum. There were people in the dragon boats. And this is what a dragon boat looks like when it's on the shore. And here were some Baptists. They were doing some kind of ceremony. And this is a big ship I got a little bit too close to. It's a video camera. At this point, Jazz offered to drive the car for me. And I didn't really want to let him, but he convinced me that he knew the roads better than I did, and he didn't really understand why I wanted to drive in Trinidad anyway, being a foreigner. And I think it made him nervous to be in the passenger seat with me driving. But I've always driven there, and I've always been responsible for whatever car I rent. But this one time, I felt like it was okay if I sat back and videoed some more.
Is this like national stadium for cricket or football out there? Nah, not cricket, football.
Right in downtown Port of Spain, there was a lot of construction going on with some really tall buildings being built. But before long, we were sort of past all of that, and we were headed east and going to East Port of Spain, which was a little bit older and a little more grittier. And we were heading on up to the northern coast road to go to a beach called Maracas Beach. But first, we had to go through some areas with markets and a lot of very congested shopping. Check out some of the traffic through the eastern suburbs of Barataria and San Juan. As we left the city behind us, we started climbing up into the northern range of mountains in Trinidad, and we finally came to a sort of a peaceful valley called Mocha Valley, which is where a lot of prominent politicians live and a lot of rich people. And as we winded our way along the coastal road, we came to this great view of Maracas from this viewpoint.
He's taking good care of you. I gotta say this with these. It's Juicy Mac Yankee. So he's taking you to the bed because you're wearing blue khaki, white and gray. This is no camouflage. Why don't you lend me that nice moustache?
That, my friends, was Calypso Joe, and there's Jazz with him, and oh look, there's me with him. And before long, we finally made it to Maracas Beach, the greatest beach in all of Trinidad. Get ready. Here's Jazz again. Hello, Jazz. We had a nice fish lunch there at Maracas Beach, and then I swam for about an hour and a half, just staying about 30 to 50 yards off the shore there, just feeling the waves crash against me, wading in the water and soaking it up. I really loved it. I could have spent all day there at Maracas Beach, but we had to go home, and that was my day with Jazz.